All right, welcome to day 18, where now we're going to approach the jazz ballad. So this is going to be a little bit different than what we've been working on for the last 17 lessons, because we're going to utilize information that's part of what we've done, but more importantly, it's slower. All right. So the first thing I want you to do, and we're going to break this down on different levels, I just want to focus on the feet for a second. So this tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get our feathering going. Nice and soft. 2, 4. And again, very soft. Got that left hand stirring on the brushes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what you'll do is mark time with that right brush, quarter notes. 1, 2, center of the drum. 4. 1, 2, 3. Now let's dig in. 1, 2, 3. Like a sweet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I'll break it down. Here's that motion. So that's important because in a ballad, you're not playing, not doing that, because that gets really choppy and it breaks up the feel of this legato feeling, which is very flowing and very slow and melancholy or whatever. Now, what we're also going to do here on the bridge, we're going to bring the sticks in and we're going to basically play with the sticks on the bridge, the ride cymbal spangling pattern. But we're not going to be playing it very loud. We're going to play it soft like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little softer. All right. So those are options that you want to be able to have for the ballad. Another key thing with the ballad, you want to make sure that there's not a lot of fills. At the end of the day, most of the fills that you're going to be playing are going to be marking things on beat one, similar to this. 1, 2, 3. Right? Which is why I have a rivet symbol here, because when you play ballads, you need things to be long and flowing. So those are some key ways to play ballads. We're going to be focusing on the rhythm changes format, which is not your normal ballad harmonic form. Typically, your ballad form is a lot shorter than a rhythm changes. But for today, since it's a form that you're used to hearing, we're just going to slow it down and you'll have a rhythm changes. So grab your brushes. Make sure your sticks are also there on the side of the floor tom, or if you want to keep them in your stick bag. However, you just need to have it where you can immediately pull those up and be able to play with them. And reminder to those that have an E kit, you're not going to be able to stir on the pad that is there. So this is one of those moments where if you want to grab a pizza box, piece of paper, a newspaper, anything that has that surface, or even if you want to have a drum head from an acoustic kit, and you just want to lay that down as well and use it, this will be very helpful for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here we have that right hand. You got to shed it. There's no easy way to do that. And it's going to sound ugly, but it won't sound ugly if you practice it over and over again. And it's got to be in time. It's slow. Bring it back together with the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should stay soft. Here we go back to the brushes. All right, something too I want to make sure, and you might have been noticing it, and you might say, Ulysses, you changed a couple things. So I played the same brush pattern that I initially taught, but in the left hand, sometimes when it's a slow tempo like this, I move it at double time. So you can either have this 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what I also do sometimes is this 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So kind of pushes the time forward a little bit. So again, we want the dynamics to be there. We want a nice, clean, beautiful sweep, right? We don't want that, right? So those are particular options and ways that you have to play the jazz ballad. I will tell you, this lesson probably did not sound good for you. And I know there was definitely some of the folks that wanted me to simplify it, but there's nothing simple about playing a ballad, all right? So you have to shed it. Another thing that you can do that's really great to monitor your progress is even to turn the music off and just record yourself. And one key thing about ballads is you want to hear that smooth sound come from the brushes no matter what. So even right here, you want to hear this, like for an example, like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a nice ocean. With that double time. You go back and forth. And again, that's going to require you to work out dynamics with the forearm. I talk about this as well in my jazz brush book, where you look at ballet dancers, how they're using a form like this. So these are things that you want to work on, things that you want to focus on. It's not going to come easy, but if you shed it and shed how to make it smooth and how to make it sound good, it'll get even better. So that's the jazz ballad, and kudos to you. Congratulations for getting to the end of this lesson. I look forward to seeing you in lesson 19, where we're going to play through all 3 of these forms.